workouts for a while, this might sound familiar, and if you've been logging on beyond the whiteboard, you might find an old score you can try and beat. Today, we have a little pyramid. We're gonna go from high reps to low reps, a little bit of rest, back up in the pyramid. I'll go into that later. First, we wanna make sure that you're nice and warm. We're gonna go and work for 10 minutes, and this is for quality. So don't go as fast as you can, just move around and make sure everything is nice and ready for the workout. First thing you'll do is some jumping jacks, 40 reps, stand up tall, use your hands and your legs at the same time, jump out and back for 40 times. Then, one foot in front, one in the back. We're gonna go for 30 split squats. I'm gonna keep my feet on the ground, I'm gonna bring my back knee to the floor, my front knee stays above the foot. Collect 20 reps on the right. Hold on. And 20 reps on the left. From the side it looks like this. Come down and up. After those 30. Oh, we're having fun here, guys. After those 30 split squats, we're gonna go into some tuck crunches. Lay down on the floor. Straighten out all the way, tuck in the knees, touch your heels, come out, and collect 20 reps, and finish your round with 10 push-ups, either on your knees or on your hand and your feet. Make sure you send your elbows next to your body, chest touches the ground. Repeat this until you hit 10 minutes. When you're done, make sure you have a timer and lots of space around you for the workout. Go through all the movements, and depending on if you're doing beginner, intermediate, or experienced, you can find your rep scheme down below in the description. So for beginners, you're gonna do a pyramid starting with 80 jumping jacks, as you just did in the warm-up, but now they are for time, so make sure you pick up the pace. Second is gonna be 60 lunges. You stand up tall, big step forward, feet stay shoulder width, back knee touches the ground, alternate legs until you hit 60. Then you get to the floor for 40 steps. Feet together, knees fall outward, touch the floor above the head, then touch your toes. All the way up and down. You finish this with 20 push-ups, either on your knees or on your feet, depending on what you can handle. Nice and straight plank, go all the way down. Make sure your chest touches the ground. And after those 20 push-ups, you set a timer and you take 2 minutes of rest. Try to recover as good as you can. Then you go back up the pyramid. So you start again at the 20 push-ups, 40 sit-ups, 60 lunges, and finish with the 80 jumping jacks. If you're going for intermediate today, the amount goes up a little bit, and what changes is that instead of sit-ups, you're gonna go for hollow rocks. Those are a little bit harder. You're gonna get on the floor. Make sure your shoulders and your legs are on the ground, and your back has contact with the floor. Hands go above the head. You're gonna rock back and forth, collecting for 60 reps. Sorry, 40. Instead of push-ups, you're going for pike push-ups. That means you're gonna stand in a downward facing dog, and in that manner, you're gonna let your head touch the ground and come up. It's gonna look like this. I push my chest towards my knees. From there, the top of my head touches the ground, and I push my chest back up to my knees. Collect your 20 reps, same for you. Take 2 minutes of rest. Then you go back up the pyramid until you finish with your 100 jumping jacks. For experience, we make it even a little bit harder as always. Instead of jumping jacks, you're going to start off with 100 double unders. So let the jump rope pass below you twice. Collect 100, then 80 lunges. For you, same thing as experience, intermediate hollow rocks, and you are going to finish your workout with 20 strict handstand push-ups. I can do them, but what it will look like is something like this. Touch the floor, come up. You just turn that around 180 degrees when you're upside down. 2 minutes of rest. Same thing, go back up the period. Then you've done your work for today. Stretch today is the pigeon stretch. That means you take a big step forward. You're gonna let your front knee fall to the side. Can you see me? No. Over here. Slowly lower it down to the floor. If you can, push your hips to the ground as far as possible and come onto your elbows. Hang out here for 2 minutes on each side. Check what your score was on the 30th of May. If you've done it before, you can try and beat your score, and I hope to see you soon.